Namaste, my name is Sierra Jade, and thank you for tuning into Conscious Current Yoga. We're going to do a lot of stuff on the hands and the knees today, so just making sure that we have that nice thick padding for under the knees. A blanket would work well, or you can always fold your yoga mat over if that's better, and a block or 2 blocks, and that's pretty much all the props. Also welcome to bring in a pillow or a bolster when we do any seated positions, just to elevate the hips a little bit. With that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. So just sitting up nice and tall in the center of the mat, finding a comfortable position to sit in, and slowly closing your eyes. Bringing your inner gaze towards the center of your forehead. Softening the eyelids, the cheekbones, the shoulders. Letting the jaw drop and relax. Let the palms rest facing down on the knees. And feel the spine nice and tall. Perhaps setting an intention for your yoga practice today, or just simply having a little internal dialogue with yourself, giving yourself that gratitude for showing up to your yoga mat today and giving the body and the mind time to ground and to release and also to energize. As you inhale, feel yourself filling the belly with air, then the chest, and exhale through the nostrils. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the nostrils. Keep going with that stream of breath, inhaling through the nostrils, full breath in from the bottom bellows of the belly. Fill the chest, and exhale, empty the chest and then the belly. When you're ready, from the hips, just circling all the way around. Moving with the speed of the breath. I think this is one of my favorite yoga postures. I typically do this to begin every single class, just because it's a really nice way to sort of stir up the digestive, get all those little creaks out of the hips, and it just gets everything moving. The next time you shift over the legs, rotate in the opposite direction. and gently bring it right back to center. Deep breath in, fill it all the way up. As you exhale, take the chin towards the chest and take rotations from the neck, circling all the way around. And rotate in the opposite direction. Inhale, bring everything right back to center. And when you're ready, just making your way onto your hands and your knees. And just checking yourself out for alignment here. We want to really power up that divot in between the shoulder blades. So pushing through the hands, activate all the muscles in the arms. And looking down in between your hands. When you're ready, taking your cats and cows, inhale, arch the spine, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, bring it into your cat. Inhale. And exhale, move at your own pace with the speed of your breath. And from the hips, just circling it all the way around. Circling in the opposite direction. And just moving intuitively here, side to side in a circular motion, back and forth. Maybe getting in a few more cats and cows. When you're ready, bringing it right back to stillness. As you inhale, we're going to go ahead and pick that right knee up like a dog using the bathroom. As you exhale, bring it back down. And we'll do that for a count of 20. Moving with the speed of the breath. The inhale brings it up. The exhale brings it back down. 3, inhale brings it up. Exhale brings it back down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax it. Feel the hips shift back and forth, side to side. Come off of the wrist for a second. As you inhale, bring the arms all the way up. As you exhale, drop that right arm down the side body, extend over through the left side body. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, drop that left arm down the side body, extend over through the right side body. Inhale, both arms come all the way up. Maybe you take a little baby back bend, and exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Once more, inhale, arms come all the way down, back, and up. And exhale, hips come back, let the hands come back towards the floor, tabletop position. Opposite side, as you inhale, lift that left knee high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Inhale, knees stay on the mat, arms come all the way up. And exhale, let the hands sweep down and interlace the hands behind the back. Feel the shoulder blades pull together. And hold and breathe. Take the chin up towards the ceiling. Option to stay here or to work on your balance a little bit. Push the toes in towards the mat. Hips are going to shift back. And then we want to come all the way up and forward fold. Beautiful. As you inhale, hands come to the shins or to the knees. And hold it here. Give yourself a slight bend in the knee. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Arms come all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart space. And let the hands just come down. Let the body take water, and just meeting at the top of the mat in mountain pose. Meeting in mountain pose at the top of the mat. We're going to take the feet as wide as the mat itself and take the hands towards the hips. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, taking circles from the hips all the way around. Once again, just continuing to get the creaks out of the hips and stirring up the digestive system. And rotate in the opposite direction. And inhale, bring it right back to stillness. Go ahead and pivot the feet back to center. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at the center of the heart. Feel your weight start to shift into that left leg. We can bring a slight bend into the left knee. And when you're ready, we're going to step that right foot back for a lunge pose. Hands can stay on the left knee, or we can bring the arms up towards the ceiling. And hold and breathe. Let's let that right arm extend out in front of us. Right arm sweeps open. Right side of the chest is open. Option to take your eyes and look back towards that right thumb. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Or if you have your two blocks right in front of you, we can grab for the blocks and we're going to take it into supported or unsupported warrior three. So we want to try to guide that right hip down towards the mat as much as possible. And if you're here and you're supported or you feel stabilized in your warrior three, we can dip it down a little bit more, like you're taking the crown of the head towards the mat for half split pose. As you exhale, let that right foot meet the mat, toes turn out towards the corners of the mat, and take it into our squat pose. Option to stack the blocks underneath the glutes. Take the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. When you're ready, we'll parallel the feet. Hands come down to the mat, hips come high. Place the blocks right back in front of you and forward fold. If you're pregnant, let your legs and your feet come wide for forward fold. And I also like to just use a block for support for the forward fold. As you inhale, we're gonna bend the knees like we're sitting in our chair pose. Let the arms come parallel with the earlobes. Once again, if you're pregnant, let the knees stay wide. Hold and breathe. Draw the tailbone down, draw the crown of the head up. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at the center of the heart. Feel the weight start to shift into that right knee, into that right foot. Stabilize the right leg. When you're ready, we can step that left foot all the way back for a lunge pose. Arms can come up or we can stay with the hands rested on that right knee. And hold and breathe. Maybe that right arm swings out in front of us, left arm opens up towards the back, letting the left side of the chest open up. Maybe we look back towards that left thumb. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at the center of the heart, or we lean forward and grab for those blocks. Take it into your warrior three or supported warrior three. Once again, just feeling the difference between that left hip that wants to open up and then guiding it down. And even if that left foot just barely comes off of the ground, just working towards that balance. And if you're here and you want to try your balance even more, maybe we take it into that supported split pose. Crown of the head comes down towards the floor like we're trying to touch our nose to our right knee. And exhale, plant that left foot, take it back into that squat or supported squat. And hold and breathe. Let the hands rest open on the knees. Take the thumbs to meet the middle finger. When you're ready, parallel the feet, hands come to meet the mat, hips come high, and forward fold or supported forward fold. When you're ready, take a deep breath in, bend into that chair pose. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at the center of the heart. And let them come down to mountain pose. When you're ready, we're going to square our feet, push into the padding of the feet and lift the heels. As you exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. And we're going to pulse it for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 9, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at the center of the heart. Feel that weight start to shift into that left leg. When you're ready, step that right foot back for a high lunge pose. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Maybe we grab for opposite elbows. Feeling the shoulder blades pull together, and hold and breathe. Arms come all the way up. Look up in between the hands. As you exhale, I'm going to shift forward, grab for the blocks, and we're just going to frame them on both sides of that left foot. And I can step my right foot or sweep it forward just a little bit. And I'm going to begin to straighten my left knee. That way I'm in that supported pyramid pose. Once again, drawing that right hip down towards the mat. So all 10 toes are facing forward in one direction, and hold and breathe. When you're ready, I'm going to start to bend into that left knee, And I'm going to drop that right knee onto the mat. And I can walk my blocks back or just shift my hips back and straighten that right knee. Right toes come up towards the ceiling for a half split pose. And hold and breathe. Inhale, bend back into that left knee. And I'm using my blocks just as support, but this is completely optional. So if you're using the blocks, you'll just shift the blocks back and forth. As you exhale, bring it into that half split. Inhale, bend into that left knee. Just shifting the hips back and forth. If you want to bring in the arms, as you inhale, bend into that left knee, bring the arms out and up like a V. As you exhale, half split, arms and palms sweep down and back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it back. Beautiful. Hold it here in your half split for a few more deep breaths. It may feel nice in the ankle to take that left foot and push the toes down towards the mat just slightly. And then taking the left pinky toe and dropping it down towards the mat. Beautiful. Bend back into that left knee. And we'll set up for lizard pose on the left side or the right side. Left side, right side. So we can come all the way down. And I like to shimmy. I'm going to shimmy my leg just so I have a little bit of space. We can come all the way down on our hands or onto our elbows, but I'm going to leave the blocks at their highest height here. If this feels inaccessible in the body, another option would be to lay on the mat and take that left foot and the left knee like you're tucking it into the armpit, into the left armpit, right? So any variation works. You can also bend your right knee and just plant the foot on the mat. And holding and breathing. Let your next inhale start to bring the abdomen back through center. And we're not done yet, so if you have your block in your right hand, just hold on to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna straighten my left leg, and then I'm gonna kickstand my left leg out. So now I'm in half gate pose. And then I have my block on the right side aligned with my kneecap. And just checking ourselves out for alignment here. We want that right knee parallel with the arch of the left foot. As you inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, drop that left arm down towards the left side body. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, drop that right hand down. And this is what this block is here for, just to give yourself and your spine a little bit more support. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, left arm comes down. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Option to hold here. Or we can take it in. Bring that left leg high. Even if the left toes just come off of the mat a centimeter or two. And if we're here, let's crunch it in. As you inhale, extend it out. As you exhale, bring that left elbow towards the left knee. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, stretch it out once more. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, plant that left foot. Power up through the core, bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. We have to get back to where we came from, so bringing that block with us. Just gently pivoting the hips closed towards the top of the mat. Bend back into that left knee. And I'm using my blocks for support, completely optional. We're going to lift that right foot and step it forward, forward fold at the top of the mat. Once again, I'm using the blocks for supported forward fold. And I have my legs a little bit wider just because of my belly. And hold and breathe. Inhale, roll the body all the way up, bring the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Let the hands come down to mountain pose, just taking water for a moment. Letting yourself integrate the breath and the movement. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Feel your weight start to shift into that right leg. When you're ready, same thing on the opposite side. We're going to step that left foot back for a high lunge pose. Bend into that right knee. We want to try to have that right kneecap parallel with the right ankle. Inhale, arms come all the way up and hold and breathe. Maybe we grab for opposite elbows. And if you're struggling with your lunge poses at all, a good rule of thumb is that we don't want to be on a tightrope. So we don't want that left foot directly behind the right foot. We want to be off center just like we do when we stand up. Just having that space like we're on railroad tracks. Deep breath in. As you exhale, release the elbows, reaching for those blocks. We're going to frame that right foot, and I'm just going to drag my left foot in slightly. That way I can straighten my right knee as much as possible, and setting up for that supported pyramid pose on the opposite side. When you're ready, I'm gonna shimmy my left foot back. That way I can bend into that left knee, drop the left knee. And then we're gonna set up for our lizard pose. Option to take this pose on your back. If we're taking it upright, we're gonna either frame the both blocks or one block on the inside of the right leg, or we'll come all the way down onto our back and take a half happy baby, almost like you're taking that right knee and you're tucking it into your armpit. And hold and breathe. When you're ready, I'm just gonna lift the abdomen and straighten that right leg. Half split pose, framing the foot with your blocks if needed, or your knee, and hold and breathe. I can't remember if I did lizard before or after this on the opposite side. As you inhale, bend into that right knee. And I'm just using the blocks for support. If we're gonna go without the blocks, we'll bring the arms up into that V-shape, palms open. As you exhale, half split pose, palms sweep down and back. And then moving with the speed of your breath, the inhale bends us in. The exhale straightens us out into that half split. Bending in and straightening it out. Inhale, bend it in. And finally exhale, half split pose. Hold it here for a second. Like you're pushing the pedal of a car, just pushing those toes forward, stretching out the front of the ankle and the top of the foot. Bringing it back to center, take that right pinky toe, drop it down towards the mat. Inhale, bring it back through center, and then I'm just gonna pivot and kickstand that right leg out. So now I'm in that half gate pose. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna come onto this side, and we just wanna set that block up on the outside of that left thigh. And I like to place it all the way down so that my palm can just perfectly rest on it. So I'm in that gate pose, just checking ourselves out for alignment. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, right arm comes down the right side body, left arm extends over. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, left hand plants on that mat or on the block. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it over. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it over. Option to stay here and hold for a few breaths, or we can bring that right leg high. Hold and breathe. As you exhale, bring that right elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, kick it out. And last one, exhale, kick it in. Inhale, bring it out. Plant that right foot. Power up the core. Inhale, arms come all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Pivot the hips and shimmy yourself back to center. And we're just going to meet in tabletop pose. Beautiful. Last one. Taking that right foot like a donkey kick, we're gonna leave the knee bent, and we're gonna raise that right heel up behind us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax it. On the opposite side, left heel kicks up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. Hold here for our tabletop, but we're going to let the knees come out a little bit wider and the feet are going to curve in. Take the palms and we're going to guide the fingers in towards the body. If this is too much of a stretch for the wrist, we can go halfway, just pointing the fingers out towards the corners of the mat. And just shift side to side, back and forth in a circular motion. Bring the fingers back to center, shifting yourself back onto your glutes and kicking your feet out in front of you. And going ahead and setting up for Savasana. So if you're pregnant, just coming onto one side. If not, just laying all the way down on your back. If it feels uncomfortable to lay flat on your back, you can bend your knees. Allow the eyes to close, allow the body to resort to stillness. Let the breath return back to its natural rhythm. Let the heartbeat slow down. Gently start to bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Allow the eyes to stay closed and just turn your head side to side if you're lying flat. As you inhale, point your toes, extend the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. As you exhale, pull the knees in towards your chest and roll over onto one side, just resting in a fetal position. Take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, let your next inhale push you all the way up. And just taking the hands to prayer at the center of the heart space. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the video. Thank you for all of the support for the channel. I really appreciate it. It helps it out a lot. And the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.